What this major company just did will ensure a Trump victory again in 2020, and libs are freaking out over it. When President Trump was candidate Trump, he promised to bring jobs back to America. Revitalizing the economy was one of his major campaign slogans. His attention to the forgotten men and women of our nation helped him break through the Democratic blue wall, turn 3 blue states red, and emerge the victor in the most historic election of all times. In his inaugural address, national hero Trump took on the elitists and globalists, and proclaimed that a new era of American greatness for the people was about to begin. For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. He went on, their victories have not been your victories, their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated in our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate for struggling families all across our land. That all changes starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment, it belongs to you. Since the election, Americans have witnessed a major uptick in economic growth, for the most part, all because of Trump and his focus on making America great again. Since November 9, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up over 17%, the Nasdaq has cleared 18%, and there's been a 13% increase of the S&P 500. Headlines announcing that one of these indexes has reached an all-time high have become so commonplace that the public and media has grown increasingly deaf to the news. Overall, the stock market grew more in Trump's first 100 days than in any presidency since 1989. Other hard numbers show increasing cause for optimism in the Trump economy, as well. The U.S. added 863,000 jobs since January, bringing unemployment down to its lowest levels since 2001. And 220,000 jobs were added in June alone, outperforming expectations by 20%. The Consumer Confidence Index is hovering at a higher range than it was at any point during the Obama administration, and in March, Gallup's weekly U.S. Economic Confidence Index reached its highest point since its surveying began. The Philadelphia Fed Index, essentially a measure of Northeast manufacturing, has increased noticeably since President Trump was elected. The survey showed that 51% of regional manufacturing firms increased activity in May, and 1/3 are predicting an expansion of their payrolls through the end of the year. This jives well with the Trump administration's touting of the 41,000 manufacturing jobs added since January. Now, on top of all this winning, President Trump has scored another major victory that will upend the apple cart that is the 2020 presidential election. Foxconn, a massive Taiwanese company that builds electronic parts for the likes of Apple and others, announced it is building a gargantuan $10 billion manufacturing plant in the state of Wisconsin. Up to 13,000 jobs will be created in the state, with each job paying an average of almost $54,000 a year. Republican Governor Scott Walker's office said the deal could result in up to 22,000 jobs, with 10,000 from construction of the plant. Trump shocked the nation when he won this traditionally blue state by over 20,000 votes. As the economy is a good bellwether as to whether a president will win re-election, the move by Foxconn could seal the deal for Trump in 2020.
In what's being called the largest economic development project in state history, Taiwanese electronics giant Foxconn plans to build a $10 billion plant in Wisconsin that would create liquid crystal display panels and employ as many as 13,000 people. The planned Wisconsin plant is expected to open in 2020 and be part of a 20 million square foot campus on at least 1,000 acres, a location Governor Scott Walker has dubbed Wisconn Valley. The state would offer $3 billion in economic incentives, Walker said. The plant, announced Wednesday at a White House ceremony by President Donald Trump, Walker and others could be the first of several facilities the company wants to build in the United States. It starts today with this investment in Wisconsin, Foxconn Chairman Terry Gou said at the White House. The Wisconsin facility is expected to employ 3,000 people initially and add up to 10,000 more workers in future years. In addition to Gou, Trump, and Walker, House Speaker Paul Ryan of Janesville, U.S. Senator Ron Johnson of Oshkosh and Vice President Mike Pence attended the announcement. Other members of the Wisconsin congressional delegation, and state lawmakers, were there. Today we're announcing the single largest economic development project in the history of Wisconsin, Walker said, noting the plant would be 11 times the size of Lambeau Field. These panels will be made in America, proudly in the state of Wisconsin. Ryan said the planned project is an absolute game changer for southeastern Wisconsin, where his district lies. Trump, in turn, said his election helped make the deal possible. He said Foxconn is coming to a state that's very close to my heart, Wisconsin. If I didn't get elected, definitely would not be spending $10 billion on the project, Trump said. President Trump's daughter, Ivanka, also announced the deal on social media. Lip-tarts, in epic fashion, started melting down immediately.
Please do not forget like on videos, and subscribe, and comment because your voice matters, and visit our page on Facebook, and like them, and follow up. And thanks for watching.